Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's session. Welcome to tonight's session. So we're going to be learning how to develop your prime speaking skills. Okay, how to get better at prime speaking. So yeah, I'm still on my way back. I'm still on my way back, just like I shared with us the other night. Okay, just like I shared with us the other night. So I'll be calling in Sam Muyiwa Fashakin very quickly. I'm not even in a comfortable environment, but I'll call him in to take over from here. You're all welcome. So please, as you are coming in, let us know in the comments. Yeah, let us know in the comments. Introduce yourself in the comment section. Let me know you are watching. Okay, let me know who is live. It promises to be interesting. It promises to be as usual. It promises to be explosive. So let me know who is live and who is watching live with me. I can see some people here. I can see some people here. You're all welcome. You're all welcome. Okay. You're all welcome. You're all welcome. Yeah. Just comment that you are live and your location. Okay. Comment your location as well, so we will know where you're watching from. And also make others know in the group that we've started. Right. Make others know in the training room that we've started, that we are live. Okay. So I'll call in Samu Afashaki to take over from here. Thank you guys. So you have the floor now. You have the floor. Welcome, Sam.
Dead now. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Coach Chidioke. Um, all right. So, good evening, everybody. Let me know if you are watching, if you are seeing this presentation, you're watching us, you are getting anything. Let me get your feedback and all that. So thank you very much for this time again. So quick announcement: we are in the is this sixth day now, going to seventh next week. Then we okay, I think it is seventh. Going eighth is the last one. So next week, by God's grace, should be our um, last class. Last class. Then we will have to reschedule a day for the graduation. All right. So once again, I want to welcome us to class, and it's going to be a great class today, talking about building your expertise in prime speaking. Building your expertise in prime speaking. I'll be taking some um, um, practical steps today to describe to us what exactly is meant by you being a prime speaker. It's important that you understand it clearly. It's important that you know what you're doing about being a prime speaker. It's important that you know that we are not joking, we are serious here and we mean business. All right, so that's important. Then another announcement I need to make is about the graduation. Now, if you have not paid for the certification, we've extended it by a week already, and I'm not thinking of extending it again. But I want to say something that when I wanted to do my life coaching course with Larry Ulushola about some years back, um, the amount that
So I think we couldn't hear you. We can't hear you, sir. So yeah, I had to remove you from stream and I'll re-add you to see if it will get better. But it was breaking. Your line was breaking.
it's not
So
supposed
I'm
to be
adding you back
breaking.
now.
Why should that be? I'm not.
Okay, you can.
Can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So maybe I will start again then. All right. Can I go ahead now? I should go ahead. Thank you.
It's coming back. I don't know. Back from the participants. Okay. Let me know if it's happening in your side too, or if it's just me.
Okay. There's
Let
no
us
feedback.
know. Is it
I'm not getting. Everyone can hear. and hear you. But let's get the feedback from them and be sure,
Okay. So
because everything
let
is.
us know if the glitch is happening in your own side too, if it's affecting the delivery to you.
Because with me, everything is okay here. I have a good network and everything. So I'm wondering what is happening.
Okay, you can hear him clearly now. Okay. Okay, so you can go ahead, sir.
All right. Thank you very much again. But I can't see the feedback. Maybe if I can see it here too, it will help me. If you can make it possible that I see what is happening, I think it will help me to know when to adjust and all that. All right. So I started by saying that this class is a very important class, and we mean um, business really in the class. We are not joking. We expect the best out of everybody. We are looking for the to the best from everyone, and being a great speaker, especially being a great spy and prime speaker. At the end of the day, it's a major concern, for us and for me particularly. I'm hoping that we are able to get the best eventually. All right. So I was sharing something about when I wanted to become a coach, a life coach. I had to go and do it with Larry Urushola Coaching Academy, Catalyst. And we had to pay some amount of money. And unfortunately, I didn't have the money. And I had to, and it's not small money. It's not small money at all. I had to go and borrow the money. I borrowed from my in-law, and I've forgotten who I borrowed the second one for. And I was working as a salary earner, so I could pay. Eventually, I paid and I attended, and the rest is story. And you can see the level I've grown up to in this career of coaching and other things. Now, those things don't just happen like that to become the best or to become sought after. You will need definitely to pay the price. So what I'm just saying is simple. Those who are non-students should pay 5K for the certification of graduation or certificate, and those who are students should pay 2,500. Now I know that might be a problem to some people because things are tough, things are hard. But the truth is that at the time when I was also in that category, I borrowed. It's a good reason to borrow to become certified at this time. If you have borrowed, you have done well. If you have borrowed any amount at this time to become a certified coach, a certified prime speaker, it's an investment. So you need to go out of your way to pay something so that you can get something. This is value. And the least you can get what I've given you here cannot be less than 100,000 naira anywhere. That's the least you can get what I've been taking here. The least you can get it is at least for 8 weeks. No coach responsibly intelligent will do what I've done. I'm not saying I'm not responsibly intelligent. I'm not saying that I went out of my way to come so low to charge 5,000 for 8 weeks. No international coach in the world will ever do that. And I did it. No international coach of my repute can do 2.5 for 8 weeks. Is it okay? It cannot be okay to do that. And I'm not okay to do that, really. I know. And I can't say it and I can't share it anywhere. So this set, you are so fortunate. That's why I said the next set, you cannot get it close. I'm serious. It cannot be close to this. It's going to be far, far beyond this price. So if you really love what you want to do in the future and you love yourself and you want to invest in your life, go and look for the money for now and get certified now. After this season, you cannot with little amount of money. It's not going to be cheap again. It's not going to be expensive, but it's something that you will know that you have to pay with all and everything you have gotten. So now it's still good. So I'm going to give a 3 day window. 3 day. That means by Tuesday, I will shut that window and that will be the end. We have about 22 to 23 people paid out of so many people already. And that's enough. We don't need to be many. That's enough. But I just feel there are some genuinely concerned people. They want to, but they're just trying their best. Try your best. Go out of your way, borrow, get it. And you have invested into your life. Imagine writing a profile about yourself now, and you are putting, I'm a student of University of Nigeria. I am a certified prime speaker and all that in your CV at this level, in 100 level. You are fantastic. You are gone already in the height of success. So please do something. I took time to talk about that because it's not the money. 2.5 to me should not be the problem. But the problem is that I'm not seeing you getting something bigger in the next stream, because it's going to be much next stream, and you might not be able to pay in the next stream. So I think this is the period that you can just rally around. If you go and do work per day, even, I mean, people go to any extent to do labor work and just get 2.5 per day. If you can do that, do it to get certified. You will love your future for what you have done for yourself. Let me stop there. All right. So, a good evening, class, once again, and welcome to the Prime Speaking class. And this is relatively like the last class, because the next class is practicals. We'll be hearing from you, getting feedback. Sometimes I'll be telling you to do an impromptu speech, and it will be a Zoom class next week. Definitely, we can't do this next week. It's going to be Zoom, and so get ready for your Zoom class next week, because we're going to be practical. It's going to be a practical class. I'm going to be getting feedback, you two talking, giving you something to say, interacting. So it will definitely be a Zoom class next week to find a class. All right. So today I'm talking about building your expertise in prime speaking. Number one. The first thing, I'm not getting any feedback, Coach Chidoke. I don't know why. I'm not seeing people talking back to me and all that. I want to believe that you will help me do that, so that I will know if I'm speaking to people and they're. That's why I like Zoom anyway. I prefer Zoom than this. But next week we do Zoom for the final class, a practical class. All right. So building your expertise in speaking. Number one, let's start with breaking the silence. In speaking, what do we call breaking the silence? Now, breaking the silence is your form of introduction. So when they want to teach you in a secular class in presentation, they tell you introduction. But at this level, we tell you break the silence. So before you got into the class or the hall or the auditorium that you are going to make your presentation, we assume that there's a silence. You are not talking to them, they are not talking to you. Most likely they don't know you, you don't know them. So there's a silence, there's a breach, there's a gap, sorry, that must be breached. The silence has to be breached. So that is the point of introduction. And you might want to introduce yourself, which I don't, is formal, but I don't really like going through that formal way of just saying, my name is Muyiwa Fashaki, I'll be speaking to you on this. No, I personally don't want to always go through that route. So I prefer that I just break the silence with some stories, with some illustration, with some comments, and all that. Then I'm able to just go ahead and, let them know who I am. And it's not compulsory they know who you are in the first two sentences. My name is Muyiwa Fashaki. I'm a life coach. I'm this and this. No. You can still go ahead to break the silence, because number one, you don't really know sometimes you don't know who your audience are, and sometimes you know, but you don't know the composition of your audience. You don't know what makes up your audience. So it's important you know how to break silence. So, for example, if I'm going to talk to teenagers, I could have ways of breaking silence. If there's a program they usually watch, a popular program usually being watched by teenagers now, I can just come in and say, hello, everybody. If you want to say your name, good. And I start by saying, do you know this popular program? TikTok, on GSTV channel, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, yeah, we know it. Do you know this character there, Johnny? Johnny says something about this and that and this, and you say that, and then they say, oh, yeah, yeah, Johnny. And you go, all right, my name is Muyiwa Fashaki. So I'll be taking you on a journey on leadership today. Then you have, broken the silence. So it's not really your name that helps you break the silence. They say, my name is Patience Adimakinwa. That is not breaking of silence. And but breaking of silence is that people are looking at, who is this one that wants to talk? We don't know him. He doesn't know us. So what's he going to say? So you want to say something that will catch their attention and you break their silence. So you must work on the expertise in the area of breaking silence, the point of introduction. How do you come into the conversation? If you had 2, 3, 4, 5 speakers, how do you come in as one of the speakers? If you are the only speaker, that's fine. But if you have 2, 3 speakers and you are the first, you are the second, how do I break the silence? How do I come in? It's important. But you need to master this by usage of your presentation, as you go ahead and present as regular as you can, or master the act of breaking silence. That's the introductory part, because your introduction will likely determine the posture your audience will keep throughout the session. So if I come and I look boring with my introduction, and it's possibly the audience will not find a reason to listen to you. Now, let me tell you this. To listen to a person is not an easy job. There are a lot of you guys and your friends I see on Facebook, and you're already an expert in what you do, and you coach other people, that it's difficult for me to listen. It's difficult for me to listen to you. And many people find it, you can imagine if it's difficult for me in Nigeria, what about international people to listen to you? They just find you that you're just playing. Because you have not mastered the act of introduction. So not only saying that I'm this and so expert, because when you even say expert, they raise the bar. And when the expert begins to pronounce words in a very terrible way, they stop listening to you because you said you're an expert. Sometimes I'm afraid to use the word expert when I'm in a very powerful international gathering, because they raise the bar and they think you have so much to deliver in every area, because expert means you are good in everything. So when you say I'm a human resource expert, everybody waits to see, have you trained Porter and Gamble staff? Have you trained Fortune 500 company? Have you trained universities staff? Have you trained? But if you've not done any of that, you're an expert, then you have already raised the bar for yourself. I'm scared about the word expert. I call myself what's leading creative intelligence expert. But sometimes I want to relax. I want to bring it down because I still have so much to do, although I have done so much already too. So be careful, because when you are introducing yourself, you can raise the bar so much that people are expecting so much from you and you fail to deliver as an expert. So, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Muyiwa. I'm a certified prime speaker. People just expect normal. Okay, he's a prime speaker. Let's hear what he wants to say. But when you raise the bar for yourself, I'm an international certified prime speaking expert, people believe that you are number one and they expect so much from you. It's better that they expect little from you and you perform beyond what they expect, then you raise the bar. Sometimes people just feel, okay, come and talk. So I don't do as if one day my elder brother gave me a coaching session with a US boy, 13-year-old United States guy in school, and they wanted me to coach him and all that. He was afraid. He said, Muyiwa, will he be able to hear your English? Will he be able to? I mean, he was concerned. I said, don't worry, just go and rest. Only one session with the guy was blown away. The mother was blown away. So it's better for people to think you can't do it than have so much expectation and you mess up. That's the truth. So note that. So breaking the silence You have to work on yourself per presentation. How do I introduce myself? How do I break the silence? Sometimes you can just go straight and say, today, do you know who a leader is? A leader is not a post or position. A leader, what makes you a leader is not that you're occupying position. It is your characteristics, it is your quality that validates you being a leader. My name is Muya Fashake, and I'll be taking you through this journey of leadership and innovation. That's an introduction. So you hit them. The way you broke, I mean, you just broke the silence, shows that, wow. So our mindset about leadership is not even accurate. Wow. You want to listen to me. Or you have a popular song, you just say, there's a song that I listen to always, and maybe I should just sing it, and and you just say, sing the song, and a lot of them know a popular song, don't sing songs they don't know, and say, wow, everybody gets excited. Oh, my name is Muyo Fashaki, and I'll be talking about this. You have broken the silence. So your introduction will determine if they will eventually listen to you. To listen to a person is not an easy task if you know how to listen. So for me, you to look at the face when you're going through Facebook, how many people, when you see them speaking, do you stop to listen to if you don't know them? Very few. So don't just feel talking is everything. The way you come in, the way you introduce yourself matters. You can go and learn how to introduce yourself. You can go and learn how to break silence. Don't speak too much grammar introducing yourself. Don't just try to impress people. Be yourself. Introduce yourself. If you're smiling, smile. If you want to crack it, just be yourself. Say, I was coming on my way. I saw a guy there, and the guy was just so funny. You guess what the guy was doing? He was eating meat on the road, and he had his body and his mouth stained, and all those stuff. And he was trying to talk to people, and people were just scared and running away and all that. All right, it's okay. Yeah, my name is Muyo Fashake, and I'm here to talk about ethics and blah blah blah, because it's related to ethics. Etiquette or ethics and all that. So you come in normal, usual. Don't be too looking so serious to I want to go and do a present, and your face is tight up and your eyes are just red, and no. You must be ready to make your audience listen to you. Don't forget, they must listen to you. If they don't listen to you, you have wasted your time. You will have to make sure in every strategy you have in introducing yourself that they listen to you. And don't convince them you're a superstar. You have to just be yourself and be a superstar. Let them make you a superstar. Don't make yourself a superstar. Let your audience see that this is a superstar. Don't call yourself that. Don't make yourself that. Just be yourself and introduce yourself. But have different ways you want to come in. You want to break silence, because the first part of public speaking is to break silence. How do you introduce? How do you come in? Very important. You must look at your audience, the kind of audience you have: teenagers, adults. Maybe you get there and you see all of them, most of them playing. You likely want to join them by pushing something humorous, so that they'll just laugh as, all right, let's go back to the class. Let's go back. Thank you very much. My name is Muiwa Fashaki, and today I'll be talking about the creativity and innovation. You have come in. So you must find a way by which you will knock the door of the audience and they will open the door for you. Immediately your audience don't open the door of listening for you, you have lost that presentation. It might be very difficult to pick it up again. So one thing you want to do is to make sure you master the act of introduction. How do I come in? Can I use this story to come in? All right, let me start by telling you a story. Now, there are about 10 groups of people that were trying to check which part of the elephant is the most useful part. So one touched this, one touched this. When you are through with that, you can say, and you can guess as much that it's all about perception. My name is Muyo Fashaki, and today I'll be talking on creativity. That's a good introduction. So you might likely find what will please your audience in listening to first. Even if you're going to tell them things that will look like a rebuke later, you're going to scold them later because of some characters at default, you will need to make them to listen to you first. Because if you lose them in listening to you, you have lost your presentation, quote and unquote. If you lose your audience in listening to you introductorily, then you have lost your audience. And you don't want to lose your audience. You don't want to lose your presentation because you have lost your audience. So it's important I'm emphasizing on introduction, very important. Because if they don't listen to you, that's the end. And what makes them to listen to you is introduction. So when you come in and they don't even like how you introduce yourself, everything is bored. I mean, everything is boring. They don't want to even listen again. And they have the choice not to listen to you. I can be in a place and not listen to you. Even if I don't have a choice to go out, I will not listen if I don't want to. Because listening is intentional. Listening is a skill. So if they don't want to listen to you, you have lost the audience. So it's important you master the act of introduction, breaking the silence. So you must know how to break silence, master it. All right. So when we give you a chance to speak in a prime speaking program or event, Prime X Talk, you must first know how to break the silence because we don't know you and maybe you don't know me. You don't know the audience. So you want to just come in and, in a very powerful approach for us to listen to you because we must first listen to you to know if you have something to say. So if you don't listen, if we don't listen to you, we will not know that you have something good to say. All right. Number two, your content and your research. Now, the first class, this looks similar, but what I'm saying in this class is building it, working on it, becoming an expert in that area. Work on your content, work on your research. It's very, very critical you work on your research. I mean, you need to know so many things about what you want to speak about. You might not know all. You might not know all. It's not bad not to know all, but you need to know so many things about the areas you want to speak about. Let me give an example. Let me give an example. Somebody referred somebody to me today. Okay, somebody referred me to somebody. There's a pharmaceutical company that wants a training on emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is not my expertise, but I've taken emotional intelligence class. It's not a big deal. So one thing I quickly wanted to do is to research and look for a good. I had a content, but I'm going to look for additional content so that I can build a robust content for the presentation. It's just a 1 hour presentation, but I need to build my content and do research. Do you understand? Because you might have somebody that even knows more about emotional intelligence in that program or in that audience than you. All right. But you want to know the key things about what you're going to talk about and a little bit of research about what you're going to talk about. So know what you will be talking about. Master the act of researching and building content. Many of the young people I meet now tell me they are content creator, they are content builder, but I don't see them building anything. They just go and paste something from internet and paste it. And they say they are building content. They are content creator. I see it all over now. And content creator. And I give you something. Just go and build something on leadership, innovative leadership. They just go and copy and paste. And they say they are content creator. You are not creating content. You are content dobber. You go to dub content. That's not content creator. You dub content. All right. So when you want to go for presentation, try to build content, be original, and do research and build additional content to your speaking. Very, very important that you research and you build your content for your presentation. All right. You cannot know too much of what you're going to speak about. All right. You cannot know too much. So you can keep knowing, keep adding to what you know, keep adding to what you know. You can't know too much of what you are talking about. All right. There's noise, Coach Chidoke. There's noise. I think you have don't be novice to the topic you have been talking about. Yes, don't be a novice to the topic you're talking about. All right, it's important. Coach Chidoke, can you mute your the
Okay,
noise
okay,
in your
sorry.
background?
I've been
Yeah.
trying to mute.
Okay. All right. So it's important. Research. Don't forget. Know as much as you can about the topic you want to go and speak about. I'm not saying you will know everything, but know as much as you can. All right. Ask people. You can brainstorm to just get additional information. And know something current about that topic. For example, if you are going to be talk about leadership, maybe a country just changed their leadership. I mean, you can start with the example of that. If you are going to talk about peace, maybe you want to talk about the war between Ukraine and Russia. All right. And you want to start with that. Do you know that Russia and Ukraine war has taken another dimension? And just a few things about that, few info and get information to people out of your research, and you can use that to break silence too. Something current, something happening can even help you to break silence because of your research and content building. So don't joke with content. Don't do copy and paste. Understand the content. Don't just say, according to this person, do you know William Shakespeare said? And you can quote, you can give quotes, but understand even the quotes you are giving. Don't just give examples you don't understand yourself because it can put you into trouble. Very, very important. Number three is something I like to say now, and you must take this serious too. Number three is body language and eye contact. Body language and eye contact, body language. Some of us, our body language does not portray does not portray what we are saying. Some of us have a very sluggish body language. Some of us have a very slow body language. Some of us have a very contrary body language. Your body language is expressing another thing and you are saying something else. That is not prime speaking. Your body language, the way you use your hand, the way you gesticulate, the way you do like this, the way you want to hold your hands like this sometimes. All this means something. All right. So your body language, maybe once in a while, your smile, your silence, silence is part of speaking. Sometimes you just say something, you say a very powerful point, and you just keep quiet for about 15 seconds. Get that? Do you understand? Part of it. Sometimes some of you just talk, you just be talking. Sometimes you just need to be quiet. 5 seconds. You say something very powerful. Do you know what this person said? What's his name? I've forgotten his name. One of the quotes. He said, I think about creativity. He said, "Is intelligence having fun?" Albert Einstein. You know what Albert Einstein said? He said, "Creativity is intelligence having fun." Think about that. Think about that. 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Then you continue. Your body language is important because sometimes people don't listen to you. They listen to how you are doing what you are saying. I don't know how to put that better. Sometimes people hear what you are not saying. People hear what you don't communicate verbally. They hear what you communicate with your body language. So when you have a very poor and unappealing body language, it's a lot of trouble for you. People don't want to listen to you. When you have for example, I think the president of Nigeria has a very bad body language. I'm not saying that with I'm not thinking twice. That is, no apology. He has an extremely terrible body language. I'm talking about Muhammadu Buhari. He has a very terrible body language. He says things that are very germane, things that are very troublesome to people's mind in a very lackadaisical way. So people don't even believe he cares. People don't believe he's concerned. They say, "I'm shocked. I'm expressing shock. I'm not aware." People just get angry. That's why when he talks, people get angry. The body language is bad. And whether you like it or not, your body language is passing a message across, whether good or bad. So when you're a prime speaker, your body language should be superb. I mean, what you're saying, you should understand. That's why you should understand what you're saying. You can't be talking about being proactive and be saying, you have to be proactive. Even you are not proactive. You have to be lively. You have to be passionate. And the way you're even saying, you have to be passionate. You are not even passionate about what you are talking about. You are not passionate. So the body language can pass across either negative or positive signals. And when your body language passes a negative signal, you lose your listeners. They will not listen to you again because your body language is distracting them negatively. Yes, sir. You need that right body language and eye contact. Sometimes you need to do a few eye contacts to just not that you'll be looking at people. I'm not saying you'll be looking at everybody, but some eye contact helps in putting you on the right body language. Now, if you look at somebody and it's not helping you, look at somebody else that gives you sometimes there are people you look at and they give you that excitement. They look at you as if, oh my God, I'm enjoying this. Oh, and he's excited. Such people, look at them more. Don't look at people that they are looking at what is this one saying? And no, those are not people. So body language and eye contact, they're very important. Once in a while, the eye contact, but your body language should be consistent. Sometimes maybe you want to just change the position in which you put your hand. Maybe you want to put your hand in your pocket and say something and remove it. Don't put your hand in your pocket throughout the presentation. Some people read meaning to that too. So you should balance your body and go and read about all this. Is I'm saying, go and study, go and watch videos on it. Body language, very important. All right. So number 4 is your diction. I'm working on my diction and I'm still working on it. I was so terrible with my diction. I mean, I'm a Yoruba person, and sometimes you can really tell when I call hap, he, hap, and you can EH and ha. It's I have to continuously on the road when I'm walking on the streets. I'll be doing house, house, house. On the road, sometimes people always think, is this guy okay? I'm just mastering the act of diction because I know I need it. Your diction can discourage some kinds of listeners. I'm serious. If you are speaking to the people not in Nigeria, maybe internationally, there is a way what you say can discourage them from listening to you. And you want to say listen, say listen. Everybody listen to me. What is listening to me? There's nothing like listening. That can discourage some people from hearing you again. And some of you, when you are talking, you include your language. Abi. What is abi in what you are saying? It can discourage some people. I do that a lot before. I put small Yoruba into my presentation, and it discourages my international listeners. I don't know what abi is. I don't know what Igbo says. Biko, abi, biko. You say it if you are talking to the kind of people like market women that needs your language, do a good presentation and do that. If you are talking to people that needs that, you can go ahead. But when you are on international stage, you are on professional stage, there are some mistakes you cannot make. I've watched some of us on Facebook Live, and sometimes I laugh when I see some things, but I know we are growing. We are actually growing. All right, we're actually growing, and doing it is okay. My only problem is that when you call yourself an expert or a coach in that public speaking and you are teaching others and you are making that kind of mistake, I feel very frustrated. But if you are a learner and you're just speaking in the aspect of being a learner, it's good. That means you are trying to be better. And a lot of things are just about myself because I'm not close to perfect at all. So I get conscious of my diction in most cases because if you want people to listen to you, you must have a good diction. And diction, having it good, is not twanging. I mean, your tongue. I don't understand what you're saying. So I like to. That's rubbish. Even the Americans don't talk like that the way you are talking like that. but you just want to, and in those stringing your tongues and all that, you commit a lot of blunder grammatically too. So be yourself. Just get the right pronunciation of words. Finish. I took time and I'm still getting better. There's some words I hear, and when I'm alone, I'll be practicing it. Words, 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 work. When I'm alone, I'm doing that practice myself. You have to work on yourself. You are building expertise in this business. So you cannot joke with your pronunciation. You cannot joke with how you pronounce some words. Very, very important. So people will not mistake. I mean, sometimes when I started this speaking business, when I was speaking internationally, some people say sorry. They keep saying sorry. That means they can't hear what you are saying. You're pronouncing it, but that's not the right pronunciation. So you've got to learn how to do that. And stop using one. I want to let you know. We cool down. That doesn't make you a professional speaker as well as using one. I mean, speak rightly, speak clearly, speak with good diction as much as you can. Sometimes it's my children that they are the one they correct me when I don't pronounce things well, especially my daughter. She said, "No, daddy, that's wrong. You don't say that. You say act, act." And I say, "Okay, I'll be pronouncing it act, act." As they've left to me and myself, I'll just be talking act, act, act. It's because I'm going somewhere. I don't have a choice. I don't get angry. So my wife listened to one of my presentation I did in Lagos, and he said, "Muyiwa, you have improved over 80%." Because she's always correcting me when we got married. He said, "That's not how they call it. That's not how they call it." She will correct me. And I listen. So you must be teachable. Some of you think you are not even teachable. Nobody can teach you again. You have arrived. No. That you're an expert, as you call yourself, doesn't mean nobody can teach you anything again. Because somebody is still teaching me. And I'm still willing to learn. And I still try to pronounce. I still try to call the words the way they should be. And it's important. You learn that too. It's important. And go and listen to people speaking on YouTube and pick from the way they pronounce words. And it's going to help you. At this level, you want to pronounce gear, you are still saying gear. And so, for example, if you get to a car and you take the gear, what is gear? Some people will stop listening to you when they hear gear because they don't even know what you are saying. You are just confusing them because gear might mean something else in their own vocabulary. So learn how to pronounce. Take time. It's difficult. Yes, do it. Take time. Study. Go to better grammar. I did some of those things. Simple mistakes in English. Go. Some of it won't say I'm one of the best speaker. Is speakers one of the best speakers? Plural. Is one of the best speaker. I listen to news here and I see a newscaster continuously saying is the most neatest state in Nigeria, the most needed. You are combining most and neatest together. And many of us still do it in speaking. You have to be conscious of all these things. They can mar your presentation, especially when you have international listeners and audience. Be careful about that. Okay, time. Let's look at humor. Some of you are too serious. When you are talking, you don't even know smiling, no laughing, no jokes, nothing. You just want to, when you are not defending your project. See, this is not defending of your project. So there is a level of humor that should take place. When you are going, you just get one or two jokes that can be related to what you want to talk about. Throw it at times and ease the tension. When you're speaking under a tensed atmosphere, it will hinder your communication. You will not successfully and effectively communicate with those you are communicating with because everywhere is tensed up. Nigeria is tensed already, and you are tensed. I mean, that's why if you listen to Liz Brown and great speakers, Cranfield and all that, you will see that sometimes at some point they introduce a bit of humor, just to make people laugh a little and ease tension and just calm people's nerves. There's no speaker in great dimension in the world that will not at some point bring in humor to what is said so that people can ease tension and relax, because they need to relax to listen to you. If everybody's tense like you are, nobody listens to you, nobody gets the best from you. So once in a while, if you get a joke somewhere, keep it for one day that you are going to be speaking. Maybe a related joke on leadership, a joke on academic success, a joke on employment. I mean, you just bring it out. By the time people laugh and you ease tension, they want to listen to the next thing you want to say, and you're going to make sense eventually. So include a bit of humor. I'm not saying you should turn to a comedian. You are not a comedian, but humor is good for the body, for the climate, for the speaking climate. Humor is good, and it's good to just make people laugh and let them come back. They're especially youths, teenagers, youth. I mean, at some point, let them laugh. Don't make everything so serious like you are in the war. It's not war, right? Presentation is not war. Be cool down, just calm, be calming down, and just speak freely. And when you have to joke, when you have to laugh, laugh. When you have to joke, joke. Oh my goodness, I love that. Okay, let's continue with the class. That's all. You don't need to be yes. So the next thing now is when you're talking about leadership, you have 5 types of leader. Now, one, the dictatorial leader. Number two, we relax, relax, relax. We can smile and say what you want to say. Okay, there's a leader of dictatorial leadership, and that I found out very funny. Okay, let me give an example of somebody. Now, there's one person we used to have in Nigeria, Abacha. I mean, relax and just ease the tension. Let people relate to what we are saying, and it's important. Number 6, use stories and illustrations. I've said that severally. Use stories and illustrations. Use stories, and so go and get Google stories on leadership, stories on academic success, stories on ethics, stories on etiquette, stories on employment, stories on creativity. Just get your quotes, use them, build yourself in using stories. You can even start with a story. What a thing to start with a story. You want to talk about vision. Maybe you start talking about maybe Winston Churchill, or talk about Disney World. I mean, the woman Disney, or Fanny Crosby. I mean, give a very fantastic story that will catch people's attention. It's not your story, and it can be your story if you have such stories that facilitate that can facilitate your audience. You can start with such stories, and it's going to be interesting. Or you can round up the conclusion with such stories. It's either you start and let the people want to listen more to get more from you, or you close with such stories too, because it's going to drive them to where you're taking them to, the purpose of your speaking. That's where it's going to drive them to. So it's important you build yourself in story making, or getting stories or illustrations. Get as many illustrations as possible. In those days, I have a quotes book and illustration book, so I study it so I can pick illustration from there and use it when I'm in a presentation, because it helps you a lot. Sometimes when you don't even know what to say, you can just say a story. You can just start with a story. I mean, the best way to talk about being a speaker is that you should be able to say your story. Oh, I used to be very shy before, so I have to enroll for a prime speaking class, and there our teacher taught us this, and now I can face everybody. Now I can do this. You start with your story. It's going to encourage somebody like you. Then you now go to your content, and it's going to make a lot of sense. All right. So use stories and illustration. It's a very fantastic way of easing tension and making people to relax. Also, share good stories. Share stories of success of people. Do you know how Aliko Dangote made his money? Everybody wants to know. In 1960, his father, people wants to listen to you. Do you know who Elon Musk is? Do you know how he made his first $1 million? Let me share with you. Do you know Mark Zuckerberg, that the first time he made $1 million? Do you know what he did? Everybody wants to listen to you. So go and read their stories. Go and get their stories. I mean, it's not as hard as that to get stories and illustration. Start with that, or at the middle of your presentation, put in that and share something about it. Then, or your conclusion, you can end with a story too. I prefer always sometimes to end with stories or illustration when I want to conclude. And that leads me to my last point: conclusion, and leaving them with a takeaway. Now, you don't want to be true with your speaking without leaving your audience with a takeaway. What are they taking away? Because it's the takeaway that will make them remember you one day and call you for another presentation. So always plan in your presentation that this and this will be my takeaway for the audience. So they must take something away. It might be through illustration, it might be through stories, but make sure there is something your audience will take away. That's how to get another gig. That's how to get another invite to come and speak and make money. There's always going to be a takeaway. The person that was talking to me today that wants me to speak on emotional intelligence tomorrow, and they were telling me, and it's a matter of urgency, and I have to prepare and go and speak tomorrow because it's not free. So when they asked me, how much do you charge? I said, how much were you giving the person that was doing it for you? He said the person was doing it free because there's a relationship. I said, well, the last person I charged was 50,000 per hour, and I give that because it's been, and that's what I charged about 3-4 years ago. I said, well, because it's an hospital, I'm charging the same amount. I'm just helping you, like it's free. So give me 50, and they couldn't pay. Then I didn't call them again. So they said, okay, so what do you want to charge? I said, I can manage the same thing for you too. Then I said, please, can you reduce that? We agreed on something fair enough that I didn't plan I would collect anything tomorrow. I was just planning to go to church. But since something came up, let me collect the money. The song "Collect the Money," because I'm awake. You cannot collect the money if you are not awake. You need to be awake to collect the money. So I just, okay, let me just round it up and let me help you. And some people, that kind of money is their breakthrough money. But for me, I see it as, they said they will be doing it often. So let me just help them, And it's not bad at all. It's not a bad amount for 1 hour. It's not bad at all. In where I belong to. If I go outside this place, I can collect times 10 of that. But here, it's not bad, And, so what I'm just saying is that it's important, what you want to say. Your content is important. How you want to say what you want to say. And it's important to know when you want to say some things too. Some things you need to leave it for the end. Some of the things you want to say, some things is going to be good for the end. Sometimes maybe a joke or something, a kind of thing that you can say that's humorous might need to come in the middle where people are feeling a little bit sleepy. Just throw a joke in and people are alive, then you continue. Because don't forget, you are a prime speaker. Let this go to a quote. You are a prime speaker because people are listening to you. The day people stop listening to you, you become a loud speaker. Quotes. Can I say it again? You are a speaker because people are listening to you. The day people stop listening to you, you become a loud speaker. You know what the loudspeaker does? It just amplifies. Hey, when you say hello, it amplifies hello and make it. That's what you are. So if you don't want to turn to a loudspeaker, you've got to look for ways, mechanism, technology by which people will listen to you, by which people can listen to you. Very, very important. All right. So that's very, very important. You understand? I think I'm through for now with the class. It's been a nice class. If you have a question, I can take Chidoke. Please, you can take over. Please don't forget, I've given you 3 days more. For those, that's Tuesday. For those who be interested in still paying for the certificate, go and borrow. It's an advice. I borrowed before to pay for my fees, coaching fee, and you cannot get it as cheap as this ever again, ever anywhere in the world. So this is the lowest, and you need to go out of your way. If it's going to do a laborer's work for 1 day, my brother, you are doing fantastically well to do it, to pay for that certification, so that at least you have a CV building at this point of your life. As a student, already building international CVs. What a glorious time act for you. All right, so thank you very much for having me. God bless you. Coach Chidoke, over to you.
Okay. Thank you very much. This was absolutely fantastic. By the way, I just go back now. This was absolutely fantastic. And anyone who has questions, you can put your questions. You can put your questions in the comments. you have question, put it in the comments. And I think we have, let's say, 3 4 minutes for questions. Yes, the feedback is massive. I mean, the feedback, the messages of words of feedback coming in, they are very, very powerful. Let me pull up some of them on the screen. Okay. Yeah, conclusion. I think this is where I stopped. Conclusion and leading, leaving your audience with a takeaway. You need to be awake to collect your money. That's true. That's true. If you don't wake up, somebody else will collect your money for you. So, um, uh, yes, you're a speaker because people are listening to you. You're a prime speaker because people are listening to you. If not, you are just a loudspeaker. That was deep. That was deep. You're a prime speaker. Yes, this is repeated. You're a prime speaker. Okay. Okay. Good. This session was very valuable. Chidalu Ben is saying it was very valuable. God bless you and Coach Chijoke for the opportunity. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. A lot of people are saying thank you. Yes. Keep the comments coming. Keep the feedback coming. Okay. Keep the feedback coming. I'm a prime speaker because people are listening to me. True. Can you give an example of what kind of word to leave our audience with, please? Somebody is asking. I'll put it up on stage on screen.
Okay. Okay, there are various words you can, allow them to take away. But I think most times, if you have a good illustration, a good story, it's a good takeaway. I love to do that. Or quotes. I want to leave you with the quotes of Abraham Lincoln. I want to leave you with the quotes of Albert Einstein that says creativity is intelligence, having fun. I mean that makes it easy for you. So sometimes you don't need to look for words that you will generate. Just look for a very beautiful
You wound
story.
yourself. Oh.
Just look for Dr. Chidoki. I mean, you're interfering.
Sorry, my
Dr.
my
Chidoki.
my my baby, my little baby
I know.
here
I've been.
wanted to.
Yeah. He wants to join us in the prime speaking class. All right. So I said most times get stories and illustration. That's the easiest way for you to round off with. I want to suggest this as a matter of being a prime speaker at this time. Always look for two stories, two illustrations, and two quotes at least if you are going to be speaking at any time. Look for two stories, two quotes, and all that, so that you round up with that. So that can be your takeaway for now. But if as you master the act of prime speaking, then you can have your own personal sentence or words. Look at for example, in this class, my intention of you taking what I wanted to take away was that if the listeners, your audience, don't listen to you, you only become a loud speaker, not a prime. That's my takeaway for you, and that's why people were repeating it. That's how you generate a takeaway for them. All right. So, but before you get to that stage, you can use stories and illustrations and quotes to be your takeaway. Thank you. Plus, sir, please, can you give an example of a kind of word to leave? I've said it already. So, Chidoke.
Yes, sir.
So I've said it. That's so. For now, you can use stories and illustration and all that. But if you have mastered the art, you can have your own sentence as a takeaway. Eye contact. Sometimes eyes can be scary. Yes, I said it. Sometimes you look at some people's eyes, change it. Look at people that are smiling. I mean, their eyes are welcoming. So if you make the eye contact and you feel that eye contact is not convenient or comfortable for you, change. Be looking at somebody that is smiling to you with you, somebody that is excited listening to you, somebody that is giving you the right kind of ginger, that kind of expression. That's the person you should face. Don't face somebody that is scaring you. That is very simple. Yeah, Chidoke.
Yes, sir. So I think we are done for tonight. Okay. Is
Okay.
it important? Okay, you've answered this. So yes. Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate your presence. Thank you so much for all the time. I know it's not easy pulling out time from your schedule to come do this with us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. So you guys should leave your comments. Make your comments and show your appreciation. I told you all before. Go to Instagram, talk about this event, talk about the impact that's had in you. We'll still do a 1 week challenge. Speak like a pro. I'm really trying to I'll see how to block out my calendar for that, so I would have time to monitor your process. For those who are willing to do it, okay, it's part of how we will know who is really improving. I'll be personally checking, and I'm sure Coach Muyiwa will be doing that as well. Personally checking on what you are doing and then offering feedback. So it's up to you. It's really up to you if you want to grow, if you want to develop yourself as a speaker, to participate in the tournament, in whatever you are doing. And personally, on my own side, there'll be rewards. And Coach Muyiwa would definitely also be bringing a lot of appetizing rewards for those who will be doing out, who will be standing out in that particular tournament. Okay.
Definitely,
So
definitely.
one of the ways you will stand out in an event like this, I've always been hammering on that. Okay, go online and talk about it. Go on Facebook, talk about it. Talk about the impact. It's not good to chop and clean out. Yes, you know the impact that this program has had on you. Bring out some time. Bring out some time. This is something I always try to do. I always try to do. I go for events, and one of the ways I connect with speakers easily after the event. For anyone I know I got value from this, really, I will go to the person's DM. I'll go and send long testimonial because I know this is something nobody else is doing. I'll go there and send testimonial. I really appreciated I really appreciate this. I got so much value. And the person has time to reply to show you that not many people are sending that kind of message. Okay. I go on social media. If you follow me on Facebook, any conference, I've been attending so many conferences in this Abuja. Any conference I attend, you must see at least two or three speakers, you know, I'll be retweeting some nuggets from what they are saying on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. You see all those things because I feel very terrible. I feel very bad if I get something from somebody and I'm not able to say thank you in a way that the person will really feel like yes, somebody appreciates me. I feel bad and it's not right. Okay, we should be learning these things as habits. We should be yes, school doesn't teach you, it's okay. But now is an opportunity for you to learn that this thing is not right. Okay, this is how to actually start developing. You never can tell. Sometimes you tag Coach Muyiwa, he adds it to his profile, and some of his friends will see it, and because of that, they will add you as friends. You never can tell where the relationship will lead you to. So make that a habit, okay? So once again, thank you all for sticking around. Thank you all for sticking around.
Please, sorry,
Thank
sorry,
you
Chideke, please.
so much,
The
Coach
my
Muyiwa.
LinkedIn. I still expect a lot of people to comment on the LinkedIn. For I can't be why I'm telling
Okay,
you follow on LinkedIn and all this. It's not because of me. It's because of yourself. I have good connections on LinkedIn that following me. Eventually, you can find a way of connecting with them, and because you are connected to me, you are always sharing, you are always commenting and liking. You have influence to join them too. And that's the way of networking.
true,
Sense. That's what I talk about. Sense.
true.
So your comment about today's program or comment on Facebook, all those things makes people okay. Who is this person commenting about Moiwas? Okay. The next time you throw a connection request, they accept you. You are making yourself known. You are
Very
making
true.
yourself popular. Free publicity without charging you. But people don't understand all these things. I pray God will help us understand. All right, though. Thank you
Very
very
true.
much.
I've particularly picked out this lady, Light Concept. I mean, Esther. She is doing absolutely well. Like I've seen it
Yeah,
on
I think Light Concept is a great person.
Instagram. I think I've
She's
seen it
my
on
fan.
Facebook too. And now
You
she's
are not.
posted
She's
on
not my fan.
yeah.
Even me. I'm your fan.
She
Even me,
posted
I'm
on
your
her
fan.
YouTube channel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you have a fan in me already. Don't worry. I'm your number one fan.
Thank you,
All right,
Light Concept. Thank you, Light Concept. You are doing wonderfully well. Thank you so much once again, Coach Muyiwa.
all
Thank
right,
you.
all right. So to have a nice day and nice nights. All right.
All right, sir.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys. So I believe, I know you got value from this. I know you got value from this. Okay. So join the group. Ensure you are in the group. All right. Ensure you are in the group. And you can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook. I do a lot on Facebook. Equally on Instagram. You will learn a whole lot from me on Instagram. Connect with me. I've not been replying messages. I have thousands of messages, over 1,000, going to 2,000 messages on WhatsApp that I've not been able to reply, even from people close to me. If you've noticed my activities, I've been really busy. I've been really engaged. I just came back now. I had to start this on the road. I had another event, public speaking training that I did under a tree. Come on, under a tree, at Bayes University. I was at the educators conference today, and I volunteered. In fact, let me show you what I'm saying so that it doesn't look like I don't mean it, right? This is the badge, the Abuja Educators Conference 2022 by SIBA Learning Hub. So I volunteered. I've been running around since morning. We've been running. It was not an easy thing. We expected just we expected 1,000. The plan was 1,000, right? But we got very few registrations. And as at yesterday, the Ministry of Education, I think the Ministry of Education pushed the information out, and we got a surge in registration. You know, I think over 1,500 to 1,800, probably 1,500 people attended that event. It was massive. The auditorium was filled. People were standing. We had to be running around getting seats. I'm even having headache right now. So I had to come out from that. Immediately after that, I had to jump into a public speaking training, the one on my status with Thrive. Now, from there, I had to come here again. I had to put up this event. So, um, I'm telling you this so that you know the depth of sacrifice involved. You don't take these things for granted, okay? Show us that you appreciate it. Yeah. Show us. It's unusual for me to ask people to appreciate, but we want to really know because see, let me tell you, sometimes it could be very frustrating doing something and it seems like what you're doing is not working, right? It could be very frustrating. It, this sacrifice, making all this sacrifice, and it seems like it's not working. So that's it. That's it. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. The regular. There will always be small jar. There will always be small. Something to be added, right? And something you can take home from here. Okay. You're already on your way to becoming a prime speaker, right? You can follow me. Like I said, you can follow me. You learn a lot from me. I have a video on YouTube on how to overcome the fear of public speaking, glossophobia. Very long teaching I did with my mentees, with my inner circle program. I'd have introduced my inner circle program with you all here, but it's closed already. I think the next one maybe next year. I don't know, but I have no intention of hosting anyone anytime soon. So I'm saying it publicly. I've closed the enrollment for the current batch because it's work. It's heavy. Okay, it's heavy. So like I was saying, you need to show us that you truly appreciate what we are doing. Um, go on Facebook. This is not a must. I'm not forcing you, but go on Facebook, make a post, tag me, tag Coach Muyiwa. You can take a screenshot from the event, tag us, right? This is what you learned. This is what this is your experience in the Prime Speakers Bootcamp. That's the way you stand out. Some people have been noted. Some people have started indirectly working with Coach Muyiwa already. Already, this is not something you form. It's not something. It should be something you do from the heart. Something you do from the heart. I volunteer a lot. I can't come to an event and people are just doing things and I sit down. It's not possible. I've attended events I paid as a delegate. I paid for the event. I paid another one. I was awarded. I was an awardee. I still forced myself into volunteering because I love to be a contributor. I don't just want to take and take and take and take. Don't be a collector. Don't be a funnel, a collector. You know, let something equally flow through you in any relationship at all. That's the secret of greatness. Okay, so that's it. I don't want to just end and run away. No, just grab and run away. No, we are talking about certification. Some people are not even interested. It's okay. I understand that the country is hard. I understand that you probably can't afford this certification. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, don't be hard on yourself. But if you have the money and you feel like doing it, why not? This is. I was telling you, I'll be equally certified. Why not? I will. I'm equally certified as a facilitator and as a speaker, like receiving the training from GC. There are some places you cannot penetrate if you do not have adequate training, if you do not have proof for that training. You can have the training, yes, but you need to show that I have invested in myself through continuous professional development. And this is what is lacking in every system, in every sector. Talk about health. talk about education. This thing is lacking. People are not improving themselves. People are just relaxing and waiting for the government to do everything for them. But when you improve yourself and you have evidence for that, you make yourself more in demand. Okay. Today I spoke at Thrive. I don't know. I'm thinking of releasing my slide to you, but I don't know. I don't know. Let me not promise that yet. But funny enough, almost all the things Coach Muyiwa listed today, I talked about that in the public speaking training. So you are rest assured you are receiving a lot of value. I told you guys I enrolled in a public speaking training during the lockdown. It was 600 videos that I was given to watch. 600. I watched 300 of them and I didn't get tired, but we had to go back to school. So I abandoned it. Okay. Yeah, I abandoned it. But most of what I learned, a lot of things I learned there, I found out that you don't even need to go through those 300 videos. We've given you the very, very concise and comprehensive training on public speaking. Okay. Our next target is Prime X in Abuja, where we can actually gather and have a physical event where you can come and share your idea. You can come and make our brain molecules to vibrate with your thoughts, your disruptive ideas, your disruptive thoughts. You can come and share it with the audience, just the way TED is. We can equally start our own here. Prime X conference is going to be the first ever in Nigeria, and hopefully it's going to be very big. But like I was saying, it starts with you knowing what you actually want for yourself, what you want for your life. Okay, so try and get certified, try and get close. Yes, try and get close. Try and get close by any means. Try and get close. Sometimes you're not doing these things not just because you want to get certified and run away. No, some people, one of the ways to come close to them is to buy what they offer. I'm not talking about myself. Please don't come close. Don't buy what I have to offer because you want to come close to me. No, don't buy what I have. Don't come and pay for something just because you want Coach CJ to be close to you. No, if you want to do it because you know you need that thing, right? And then because you are connected already, because you feel the connection already. Don't come and do uh, 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 give me let me tap into. It's not that's I'm not People are not palm wine, okay? So but when you connect with people from the heart, okay, you connect from the heart. Okay, this is somebody I would love to be close to, right? Next question you can be asking is, what do they have to offer? You have a paid mentorship program, you have a community, you have a book that you offer that I can buy, no matter the amount. I do that. I bought a book recently. The lady doesn't even know I bought her book, but I had to go and buy it because I want to get some level of access to her. And she impressed me with her delivery. Okay. So these are the things you have to be thinking about, pondering on. It's not easy. It's not easy. This thing is sacrifice. Like it's a lot of sacrifice going into it. Okay. So thank you all for coming around. And let me quickly answer. I want to add something to what Coach Muriwa said. Um, Somebody asked the question: what if you are looking at the face and it's scary? What if you are looking at people's faces and it's scary? This is the secret, right? Don't look at their eyes. If you are trying to maintain eye contact, it could be, I understand, it could be scary, yeah. But don't look at the eyes. Don't look at the eyes. Yeah. Look at the this region, this center point, or even just a bit around the forehead, the center of the forehead, right? Now, when you are looking at people here, you are giving them the impression that you are looking into their eyeballs. They can't tell the difference because of the distance. If you are focusing on this point, people can really tell whether you're looking here or you are looking here, right? So that's what you want to do. If you feel nervous or anxious, looking into the eyeballs, looking them eyeball to eyeball. And if you're engaging virtually, while I'm looking at my screens, I'm trying to monitor I'm trying to monitor my what's it called? my screen and see if there's a balance between these two sides. That's why I'm doing that. But normally I would have been looking into the screen, right? Into the not screen, the camera. So this is equally for those who would want to participate in the tournament. Okay. If you are speaking live, you are the only one there, right? You want to give people I mean, you are the only one speaking, or you are the one delivering the information. So you're expecting that people at the back end, whether you're recording yourself or people are watching you live, you have to be able to look into the camera hole, this camera lens, not your screen. Especially when your phone is on landscape mode, you will now be looking like this and talking. It will be as if you are reading it off somewhere, right? But when you are looking into the camera hole, I'm giving you that impression that I'm actually talking to you. It simulates the natural physical eye contact. Okay, that's it. I think, is there any other thing I would want to add to? Hmm. Okay, let me see. Contact. Uh, Example of a word. No, not this. Not this. I'm trying to look for something else. Is it important to use that our stories and illustration is relevant? Yes, yes. He already answered it. The answer is yes. It's important. Okay. So that's it. That's it. One of the best one, in fact, the summary of the whole thing is practice. If you know all these things and yet you don't practice, it's as good as nothing. Start from where you are. Start from where you are with what you have, right? Don't be afraid to start the journey. Don't be afraid to pick up your phone and record yourself and go live and post it. Don't be afraid. Get started already. That's the only way you can grow. Start with that group of three. Start with that group of five. Start with that group of 10. Before you know it, you get to 100, you get to 1,000, you get to 2,000. And when you find yourself in an audience of 10,000 people, it's not going to shock you because you allowed yourself to experience the process. But a lot of people, they just feel like, I can't start small, I can't start small. You want to explode all of a sudden. Sometimes it doesn't work like that. Okay. So that's it. That's it. Uh you need to open yourself, allow yourself to explode and explore. Allow yourself to try this out. Allow yourself to move, right? Don't hold yourself down. Don't keep feeling small. Hey, I have nothing to offer. That's not true. Everyone has something huge to offer. Okay. So, is there any other thing? Yeah. Ignore the self critics, the self imposed limiting beliefs that will try to keep you from launching out. Okay. And you don't need thousands of hours to call yourself a public speaker. You don't need thousands of hours to be able to speak, and people will be glad that they listen to you. No, all you may even need is a 3 hours training, and I'm sure this training has passed 3 hours. I mean, we've been teaching you since this is the 8th week, right? This should be the 8th week. We've been giving you weekly lectures every Sunday. It's every Saturday, sorry. Giving you weekly lectures on these things. So there's virtually no way you can finish this program and you'd say you cannot confidently stand in front of a crowd, or you cannot deliver online, or virtually. There's no way. It's impossible. It's impossible. Okay. No matter what. One of the guest speakers we invited, I'm trying to remember his name. I think he's from the US. On the second day, most of you who didn't join, it was on Zoom, so the recording is still available. Um, One of the guest speakers said something that stuck with me, or that so much resonated with me. Always be in a state of overflow. What do I mean? Build yourself to the point that, yeah, you have a lot to go around. You have so much content in you that you can be called upon to deliver now, and you will go. I get invitations where I go and speak, extemporaneously. I speak spontaneously, unprepared. Sometimes I do it intentionally because I know what to say. I know this is not something I started today. I know what to say. So you invite me to speak at an event. and I don't prepare, and 3 minutes to the event, 3 minutes to go live, I'll just pick up my pen and write a framework. Just do a framework on my notepad, you know, just a bullet point, maybe 3 or 4 points or five, and then I'm live. By the time I'm done, people are screaming like, "Wow, wow, wow!" But it's because of the initial preparation, the work I've already done in myself, right? That's what one thing you want to do too. And like I always say, it doesn't take 10,000 hours. It takes the right commitment, the right resources, the right information, the right timing too. Okay, and then it takes wit. It takes wit, courage to manifest. So give yourself that chance. Yeah, you could be the next best thing, the next best thing in Nigeria, the next best speaker in Africa, the next best speaker in the world. But let me tell you one thing: this whole issue of best is an illusion. Stop trying to be the best. I know it sounds strange. Yeah, I know it sounds strange. Best is a mirage. All these things, expert, best, um, perfect, most of these things, they are just mirage. When you get to that level, you realize that, oh, there's someone better than me. When you get to this level, you realize that there's 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 another certificate to go for, there's another course to take, there's another thing to do, there's another. You will never get perfect enough. You will never ever get perfect enough. Okay, you'll never get perfect enough. So you have to give yourself the chance to start. No matter how imperfect you feel you are right now, you have to give yourself a chance to start. When I started public speaking, it was like a joke. I was like a joke. I was like, I didn't even believe myself. But who cares? I was doing what I loved. I was doing what I loved, I was passionate about, and I was helping people. And that was what mattered. I removed the consciousness from myself and put it in my audience, the people I want to serve. This is one of the ways you can easily lift that burden of fear, gain more confidence, and step out beyond your limiting whatever imposter syndrome and the rest of them. Realize this is not about me, it's about the person I'm called to serve, it's about the person I'm really serving with my knowledge, with my information, with my ideas. Okay, so that's what you are doing as a prime speaker. Oh, thank you very much, Light. Thank you so much, Light. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Okay, trying to maintain an eye contact. Yeah, I've talked about this. Yeah, so stop trying to be the best. Be the best you can be. Yeah, be the best you can be. People will meet you at that point. Your tribe will meet you at that point. People don't want you to be the best before you manifest. In fact, a lot of times they are the ones who will make you the best. To some people, I'm the best public speaker in the world right now. To some people, I'm the best coach in the world right now. To some people, I'm the best mentor in the world right now, because I'm able to meet them at the point of their needs more than anyone else has been able to do that for them, or in close range, they feel will be able to do that for them. Okay, so I'm not concerned. I'm not trying to be better than Tony Robbins. I'm not trying to be better than Tony Elumelu or whoever. I'm not trying to be better than them right now. It's not my business being better than them at speaking or entrepreneurship or doing whatever, or mentoring or life coaching, whatever. But I can be the best of me, and people need me as that. They need me with that originality. They need me. They even need me despite the fact that I don't show up perfect. Yeah, I don't show up perfect. I build a perfectly imperfect brand. Okay, so I can jump on a call like this, and then I have something like this showing on my background. You know, that's it, and it still doesn't stop you from getting the value you came for. I delivered a lecture today, session today on public speaking. I was under a tree. I told them, I don't have I'm not in a comfortable environment. I couldn't help it. I finished the event, the conference I attended, and at the end of the day, it was late. I was contemplating. I have 30 minutes. 30 minutes won't get me to my location, won't get me back home, even if I bought an, boat, a boat ride. It won't get me back home. So I just decided to wait behind for that 30 minutes to elapse, and I can do the session for an hour and go back home. So I told them that's originality, that's authenticity, and nobody's going to beat you for that. Okay, you don't need to start out perfect. That idea in your head can change the world. That idea in your head can help another person heal. Okay, you know something that can help people make money, save money, heal from depression, develop their mindset, launch out in life, career, business, whatever. It's worth sharing. That idea is worth sharing. Don't let it explode in your head. It's not meant for your head. Share it. Okay? Share it. Yeah, the journey of 1,000 miles starts from a step, definitely. Definitely. So it doesn't have to look like it yet. You know, a lot of people when they want to start, they start thinking about let me go and buy ring lights, let me go and buy this, and at the end of the day, after overthinking all those things, don't ever start anything meaningful. You procrastinate for 10 years because you're waiting for ring lights, phone stand, tripod stand, uh, all those fancy stuff. You're waiting to have maybe have something like this, so that when you want to talk, it will now be something like this. I know this one looks better now. This one looks more. It looks more advanced. It looks more professional. That's what a lot of people are waiting for, right? And most times, your environment would not be so perfect for you. I dominated the world from the third world, part of a third world country. It's not really third world. I just like calling it third world. This is my village. I started doing most of the things I do, most of the partnerships, most of the events I posted, most of the sessions I did, my YouTube channel, a lot of all those. My first YouTube video was streamed in my youth in my village, in my room. So had it been that helped me to understand, oh, I can actually start something, I can actually do something, so I can continue from here. Had it been I was waiting, had it been I was waiting to get it all perfect, had it been I was waiting um to get the best background and all that till today, I would still be procrastinating this channel. I, I'll be procrastinating everything. I won't even start anything, right? But understand that at the point that you are, people need you at that point. People need you at that point. At this particular level you are, there's a lot going on in your head that people need to hear about, that people need to know about, that's going to encourage and empower, energize people, educate people. So you can come out and share. Don't be afraid. Nobody's going to beat you or bite you. Don't be afraid. Go live and talk. Okay? That's part of what the challenge is about. To challenge you to break beyond your shell, to break beyond your boundaries and come out. See, this is what you want to do. You have the knowledge now. You have the to how to the technique, the tips and all that. You have them at your bare hands. And more will still keep coming. Okay? More will still keep coming. So keep yourself open to that. Be ready to launch. Be ready to push yourself out there. You never can tell who is watching. You can never tell. Okay? And these things are meant to even be basic skills. They're meant to be basic skills. We should be learning these things from even primary schools. So it's something that is lacking. Communication, public speaking, you know, it's really lacking. I attended the university here in Nigeria, and one of the things I found out, I discovered in my own, I don't know about your school, but most of the presentations we did in school was nothing like public speaking.
It was just cramming and blabbing. You just cram, tear one small sheet of paper, write small thing, and then by the time you come, you stand and you read it out. You can cram the little that you wrote, you read it out, and you impress people with plenty grammar. I study physiotherapy, so it's in the medical field. So you read it off and people clap for you. You've talked about the psychogenetic, the blah blah blah. After mentioning all those long things, people clap and you go. You don't even know what you said when you said something. And by the time you are done, you just say, so this way I'll end it and I'll hand over to my colleague to continue from where I stopped. And I'm like, where did you stop? You didn't say anything meaningful, but you want to hand over to somebody to continue from where you stopped. We don't even know who is deceiving who. So at a point, I had that hard cry. Should I go and I wish I could have effected the change. I tried all I could, but the system was very resistant. So I had to respect myself and I stayed on my lane. But that wasn't public speaking, and it pained me so much that I had to waste so much time in school. Okay? And I know that's what is obtainable in many, many locations. There is a presentation. You come and you do rubbish and you go home. You don't learn anything. And at the end of the day, a lot of people are graduating with almost zero competence in life skills, basic life skills, essential life skills, almost zero. They can't defend themselves, they can't sell their ideas or sell any product, they can't stand confidently and talk. Graduates, it's not meant to be now. After spending 4, 5, 6, 7 years in school, some people spend 8, some people will overstay and stay up to 9 years in school. You come out and you can't confidently present yourself. Somebody says, what do you do? You can't even say what you do. You can't even articulate yourself and say, okay, this is what I do. Even if it's just one thing, can't still do anything like that. So I find it very disheartening, very heartbreaking. Okay, that's part of the reasons we are bringing this opportunity like this for you. Okay, as part of the reasons we are doing this. Yes. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that you are here. I appreciate you for coming around. So I would like us to connect. Definitely, I would like us to connect. Let me see if I can post a comment. I hope I can. So this is my link tree. You can use this link to follow to connect with me on any platform. Join my growth academy as well. A lot of things, a lot of things are hosted on this link. A lot of things. My Instagram, my Twitter, some of my books that are available for free right now. I'll still remove them from the link for many reasons best known to me. Yeah, for many reasons, I'll remove them from this link so we will not have access to them. Okay, they will be monetized. I mean, I'll be selling those books. I'll just be making a few edits, working on them, formatting them, and it's going to be resold. But I don't want to do that right now. So you can get access to the books that are available there. I didn't plan to do this, but you will need them. I have a lot of things there. You can go through, join the Growth Academy, join the Facebook page, follow me on Instagram, follow on Twitter if you want to, follow on Facebook, connect with me on Facebook. Yeah, my Facebook is like a school. You'll see it's endless stream of content, valuable content, valuable information. So you can actually go through, and believe me, you will learn a lot. Okay. So if you have any questions for me right now, you can also ask your question, and I'll take it off from here. But if you don't have, then fine. We can go and have beautiful night rest. Okay? So I'll wait for a few seconds and then we'll go. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to engage. When you attend sessions like this, show yourself. Do busybody. Show yourself. Hey, maybe I wish one of these ah any one of you in Abuja, any one of you in Abuja, you can reach out to me. One of these days, you should attend the conference and see what I do. Really, I'm not joking. I wish I could have a recording of myself, like keep an eye on me. I've had my friends who tell me that, guy, you're a beast. How do you do it? This moment I'm connecting with this person. This moment I've already worked with walked up to this person to connect with them. This moment I've done this. This moment I'm picking up the microphone. This moment I'm speaking. Like how? This moment I'm carrying this or carrying that. How do you do it? Right? But I can't do what ordinary people are doing. I can't just come to an event and just go like that. I won't serve. I won't contribute. I'll just come, take, go. I'm not like that. I can't. No matter what, I can't. I'll find something to do. I'll find something to do, or at least I'll connect with people there intelligently. It's not to go and be sending plenty DMs. Everybody you see you DM. No, intelligently. All right. So do well to show yourself. Make yourself get noticed. Talking about reposting on social media, I'll never force any one of you to repost. No. But there are people that even though they're in class, I don't know them. I don't know them. I don't know the names. I can't remember the names. Even if I remember the names, I don't know the face. But there are people that there's no way. Somebody like Esther now, light concept here. Somebody like Esther, there's no way. It's not possible. Even if you wake me up from sleep, I already know her. This is the kind of thing I do. You know, it's the kind of thing I do. I don't attend events like this and now I will just go. At the end of the day, I'll just it's not possible. It's not possible. I must show myself. I must show myself. I'll be the one typing the longest feedback messages every time. I'll type the long one. Show appreciation. Send it. It's what 99% of people will not do. Be part of that 1% that will stand out. That's a sure secret to greatness. 99% of people wouldn't want to serve. 99% of people want to be entitled. They want to attend a conference and shout that, hey, you did not give me, you only gave me 1 minute. You know, hey, this one didn't get to my side. Hey, you are sharing drink and you only gave me one. They're the ones who want to do that. But if you want to really be great, do what only 1% of people are doing: serve, contribute, connect, do the extraordinary. Okay, find ways to actually break beyond the norm. Okay, so yes, you're already great speakers. You're already on your journey to becoming very wonderful speakers. If you have not listened to, if you have not watched the replay of the rest of the sessions that we did, the day one till now, you have the opportunity to do that. But it's going to be on binge mode right now. If you are still here and you've not done that, you have to binge. Okay, you have to force yourself and swallow the information. Give yourself like 3 days and give yourself maybe 3 hours every day or 4 hours every day and swallow it. Yeah, swallow it. I know some of you came from my status, probably. Yeah, give yourself that time and swallow the information. Okay, it's not advisable to go to an event and you don't learn and you come and collect certificate. Certificate of what? Forget all the GLI, Global League of uh, Creative Intelligence Certified Coaches would license. Two other international bodies that we got will license. But forget that. It is inhuman. It is unethical to not really get the value you came for, but you want to get a certificate. You know, it's like going to school and skipping year one to year three or year four. You just go to final year and spend 2 minutes. And after spending 2 minutes, it's time for exams. You don't write exams. And you just go and pay for certificate. You will kill somebody. You will kill somebody. You would destroy a lot of things. You become the problem of the whole world. Okay, so you need to follow due process, right? Go ahead, take the courses. I mean, it's recorded, it's available, the replays are available. So take the programs, watch all of them, right? Binge watch if you have to. Replace that with Netflix for a while. Okay, you watch all of them, and then you can go ahead and pay for the certification. Okay, or you pay for the certification and try as much as possible to meet up with the deadline, of watching the videos, of learning actually. For me, that's what matters most. That's what matters most. Okay, that's what matters most. It has never been about the money. This particular program was not about the money. Okay, so that's it. We want you to have the best learning experience. Like I said, sometimes it's painful. Do you know how many people register for this? Do you know how many people join to participate in this? Over 800. Over 800. But look how many we are here. And it shows how much value people put on things that are labeled free. Painful. Painful. We hardly crossed 20 today from 800. And, you know, at some point, Coach Muiwa was telling me, let's eliminate a lot of people. Let's select the people who we want to select. And then, just ignore the rest. Ignore the rest. We'll not say anything on the group. I was still the one trying to plead, intercede, like Moses. But he wasn't used to such low engagement. It was shocking to him that people flooded in, and because it's a free group, they flooded in, and now it's time for training. Nobody's showing up. Okay, so try as much as possible to be extraordinary. Do the extraordinary stuff. All right. So have a wonderful night rest. All right. Have a wonderful night rest. Have a wonderful, wonderful night rest. Yeah. And I usually say, you see, this country, sure, is well, as well, as well. They've taken what belongs to them. So have a wonderful night. Bye, 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 bye. Good night. Good night, everyone. Don't forget to share feedback in the group. Tell people the experience you had this night. Come to the group and hype it. No, I'm not saying hype. I mean, tell them about your experience. Let them know what they are missing. Okay. Force them to come and watch this replay, because the replay will be available soon. StreamYard will try to extract and upload it to YouTube. So once I end this, it may not be available on YouTube, but after a while, maybe in an hour time, it's going to come back up. Okay. So see you all. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Ifeoluwa, Chidima, Light, Moses, Consul, Adolisa, Binigwe. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my sister. Thank you. Um. Okay. I think is anyone I'm forgetting? Chilimada, thank you for joining us tonight. Chukwemeka Divine, thank you very much. Moses Olowe, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for joining us tonight. Omolola Onifade, thank you. Joy Makwa Chukwu, thank you. Chukwemeka Divine, I already mentioned you, so it's twice now. Onowa Tony Olibo, thank you very much. Okay, I think that's it. I think I mentioned Omolola too. Okay. So yeah, that's all we have for tonight. I am the food David joined us, and at the point I wasn't seeing his comment again. Osatu, thank you for joining. Oluwabenga Oshinlaja, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure having you all here. Chidalo Ben, awesome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Divine, Chukwemeka. Okay, I mentioned you already. Okay, so yeah. Have a wonderful night rest. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. There's a lot going on. There's a lot coming up for you. Okay. So you can go ahead, subscribe to the channel. You'll see a subscribe button there. Just hit on subscribe so that whenever I go live, you'll get notified. You won't miss the update. Or whenever I upload a new video, you can always, come and look at the video. And don't just think it stops here. There's a lot of information on this particular channel. So feel free to just go through anytime, stumble on them. There are some of them that I released for free. They will be locked soon. There are some of them that are conversations with my mentees, and it's a paid mentorship program. But I hosted it on YouTube, and it's unlisted. I released some of them, about two of them. in my teaching and speaking series. So you can get that for free on YouTube now. But in fact, if you're watching this video as a replay, maybe you won't get what I'm saying. You won't see what I'm saying on YouTube because I must have hidden the video, the videos actually. So you can go there, check out the videos I have, drink, stream. It's free. Enjoy. Okay, enjoy. That's it. Um, Take on whatever is there. I have a lot of videos I uploaded on Facebook too. I have a lot of my videos on Facebook, and I'm gradually importing them from Facebook to YouTube, so you can keep checking. That's why I told you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, the notification icon, so that you always get notified. Have a wonderful night. Bye. Yes, yes, yes.